Not gay. This is not doing all the time.
Next year in the Premier League, what are your predictions? Who's top?
Why did you go from England to Premier League? Just go World Cup.
Forest, I'm going to say 11th or higher.
Nah.
Yeah, no, but everyone gets that.
Yeah.
No, everyone gets one like that first season.
They think how sick they did in
He's
Championship.
already beat Arsenal and Tottenham in FA.
That's what I mean. Everyone comes up for first season, does well. Like look at Leeds.
Rumored to go on loan.
He's gone. Has a million option to buy.
That's not bad to be fair. No, but
Is
everyone.
that the only deal Man United have done? All
And Pogba's gone for a free. And Matic has been reunited with Jose Mourinho. I am Jose Mourinho. Tactical genius. He's got him free like 3 times in a row.
No, he hasn't.
I bet he just likes him.
Got who? Free?
He's only got him 3 wins.
Alright, Miles. He comes in with fucking Bible of football. He just knows.
Chelsea got him from Benfica and Man
There we
United.
go.
How much
Where the
for?
fuck does he fit this?
What's the
weekend?
date?
Of football.
Yeah, what was the date? Why don't you?
Fucking date.
Yeah.
Do you write? Have you got it written on your hands?
You could be like the Fabrizio Romano.
Tattoos all the transfers on his leg.
But
I am Jose Mourinho.
Well, Miles soon will get a mic. Here we go. Pogba is going to Juventus.
You see what Pogba said?
Nah, why?
He said that, I'll get it up, basically.
Oh, they didn't offer him a contract.
Yeah, so
300 grand a week.
So, yeah,
Dusty
Man United
Baller.
offered Pogba a contract.
Does
Okay.
Pogba, man? He's
On his day, yeah.
Anything
yeah, but you can say that about anyone.
Yeah.
Harry Winks on his days, alright.
Harry
You know what
Maguire
I
on his
mean?
day, absolute unit.
Nah, he's good. He is good. He's not versatile.
You talk about Maguire?
No, Pogba. He just
bro,
plays one way. And
Don't
that's
talk
it.
about the fridge like that.
Squeaky ball.
The fridge. The fridge is very versatile. He's a ball playing centre back.
He's never been versatile in his life.
Who can also run in straight lines, and that's it.
Isn't that what a fucking ball
Very
playing
best.
centre back is?
Yeah, runs in straight lines and plays the ball, but he doesn't play the ball. He kicks it out. Did you see it when he tackled? Did you see him tackle Tamari?
Yeah, he's fucking dumb.
Oh, bless him. I kind of feel bad for him though.
Everyone's saying that tomorrow
So
should be in
the
England
statement that
tonight.
Pogba made,
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, I bet tomorrow will be fucking sick.
Tomorrow.
They're saying he should be starting.
Tomorrow
He's
Mark
not
Gay.
even- He's even in the.
Not gay.
reserve.
Why? I rate Guy.
He's got to start.
He's even in the
Tomorrow
reserves.
Stones.
Role.
Yeah,
He fucking carried
he got called
AC
up,
Milan to
he
title,
got
didn't
injured for one
I don't
game.
like Carrick.
He didn't get carry. He didn't carry him.
But he's
He made the most
obviously good
tackles
as
in the
And interceptions.
Serie A and interceptions. I think he's 24 as well.
So
he's
he's-
got to start.
I think he has to start.
Got to start.
Look at Miles knows facts.
Wikipedia of football.
Over there.
Quincy, come on, say what you're going to say. You look like you're busting up the car.
well, I was just mentioning Pogba, right?
Go on.
Talk about Pogba then.
Actually, speaking of Pogba of France.
Go on. Go on, Miles.
Cut him off again. Cut him off again.
Have you seen France? Everyone thinks we're having a shite Nations League. They're just as bad.
Why were
They're
they?
at the bottom of their group. They lost against Denmark.
Denmark are decent now
They
though.
scraped to win
I
it.
don't know
They
why,
were
since
drawing
World Cup.
against Denmark first game, and I can't remember who else is in the group, but they're doing shit. I think they've
Denmark
2
got
points at the bottom.
We have 2 points at the bottom as well.
That's what I'm saying. Everyone's saying like we've had a shit one. They're World Cup.
Have you seen Brazil?
Have they got?
Ericsson.
Oh, shit.
Damsgaard. Janssen.
Stinson.
That guy, he scored that free kick, didn't he?
Shit, yeah.
They've all got Ard or Sun at the end of their name, basically.
Well, they are Norwegian.
Kasper Schmeichel.
Oh yeah,
He's
Schmeichel.
from Denmark.
Did you just say Norwegian? He's
It's all
thinking of,
Scandinavian.
he's thinking of Haaland, eh?
Come on, Q.
Yeah, say your
So, I finally got the
statement.
statement, if I'm allowed to read it.
Oh wait, no.
No, I'm not waiting, come on. I'm not waiting.
Maguire has to start. For me.
No, chill.
Stones red card. What was that about then?
Yes.
Oh yeah. the little elbow.
Right.
Quincy, what are we going to say? What are we going to say?
No, listen.
Right,
I say it.
Walking out.
Right, say it. Quinn, come on.
How can you
Alright, when's Quincy going to leave, bro?
Group as well. Come on.
How?
Come.
Quinn,
No, actually let him.
we want to know.
No, you're not. I'm past it.
Alright,
Everyone in
what do you think of
Southampton.
Southgate, Quinn? What do you think of Southgate? I want you to talk.
What do you think of shit?
Southgate.
That's what-
We're Southgate. Yeah, I'm joking. I don't hate him. That's a pretty strong word.
I want to burn him on a barbecue.
Q Quincy. What was this about Pogba?
I thought Potter. What about Graham Potter for England manager?
Oh,
Oh, Quincy.
Who?
Well,
Cut.
That's getting
Why was he
cut.
said?
He said he shagged Josh's mum. That's better. Josh's mum's the...
Your mum is
Putting that on
beautiful.
the
It's
podcast.
better.
Shag your mum. Get her on.
Like, Gobbo's mum is beautiful. To be fair.
Money.
She's beautiful.
What?
If Pogba shagged your mum like he said.
What the
Your mum.
fuck?
Indecent proposal.
Getting them benefits, mate.
Exactly.
Pogba's paying my wages from now on.
To do nothing. Do you know what I mean? I'd pay me to do nothing.
You pay him to pay you to do nothing.
Well, if he's with your mum, so he's your stepdad.
Why would you pay him in the first place?
Right, if Paul
he's
Pogba
giving
is
you
your
so much money.
stepdad, no, he
This
wouldn't.
conversation's gone very well.
Right, let's go back.
Yeah.
And everyone else will go, what
Tell
was
us your
you
quote
saying?
about Paul Pogba.
No, man, it's alright.
We'll stop now, we'll stop.
He's not your stepdad, you can say it.
It's just abuse. Oh, I lost it now. Never mind, I've lost it. I can't find it.
21st century.
Bro,
man.
we
I thought
gave
you'd
you
be good
one
at this.
chance. Didn't interrupt you at all.
We had one job. He says, how can you tell a player you absolutely want him and offer him nothing? I've never seen that.
I just like that. I love that. He's making a documentary, innit?
Yeah, it looks pretty good to be fair. But
Of course it looks good.
It's sort of like,
It's going to make him just look
Is
good.
it
Yeah,
about all his
yeah.
hairstyles?
He's had enough to fill up an hour. You know what I mean?
Did they offer him 300
So they offered him 300 grand a week, and he's turned it down and gone to Juventus for 290 grand a week.
So it's mad.
But we hadn't offered him.
And then complained.
But we don't know any of this for facts.
Yeah, he must have just wanted
No,
to
but
leave.
it's come out. It's
But is it fact? Were you there when he was
Do you
getting
trust
offered
the
it?
media?
Do you know what I mean? Do you trust the media?
Do I trust the
That's the
media?
thing.
I don't trust me.
No one.
It
Why?
might get,
Yeah.
it might get paid 30 grand
Yeah.
and limited sex with all the Man United stuff. You never know.
What are you on about?
What are you on about? I don't think that. Right, Michael. Yeah.
He's not fucking Wilfred Zaha.
Yeah, true. That's why he got sold, didn't
That's
it?
why Moyes got rid of him, because he was shagging his daughter on it.
I am not guy. That's one way to set your dominance. Get out of my club. You know what I mean?
I swear it was Moyes. Is it one Moyes?
Yeah, it was. It was.
He was shagging his daughter, or he were, there was...
Allegedly, innit? Allegedly.
Yeah, so then they got rid of him.
Miles always seems really passionate
Yeah, I'm not
today.
gonna lie, Miles is like
Everything
a
is-
fucking idiot, but...
Yeah, but then...
Why are you so
There's
He's
the
not
serious?
only people that are going to watch it.
Blame
The only people that are going to resonate with it are ultra high Barrys that just sit in spoons.
Alright, while we're on the topic, then, while we're touching on it, what is your opinion on cancel culture?
I give today, bro. I give today.
Cancel culture cancels out cancel culture, and I'll tell you why. So if you get cancelled tomorrow, everyone's cancelling you, but then I get cancelled the next day. No one's thinking about you; they're all thinking about me. So it kind of just fades away.
Yeah.
So everything just cancels. No, but everything. No, because you can just come back in a week. Everything just cancels each other out, and eventually.
Not really.
Well, it does. Of course, it does.
I think
Kind
there's
of.
a lot of minor stuff that people get cancelled for, and time just sorts that out.
I think there's always.
No,
Yeah,
it
definitely.
seems to be the big things that people forget about.
Alright, wait, one at a time.
I asked you a quick hook to say you bummed me.
Yeah,
I'm
if
doing
you're,
it.
the guy's worth what? At the time, it's probably worth $500 million.
Yeah, and he didn't speak about it then, did he?
Why are you talking about like bro?
That's why he's supporting him.
Did you see him? He was like this, grabbing airs.
Why is it all come out since he's dead?
Why is it
Hey, no,
Nah, I can't say that, innit?
Jimmy Savile.
Everyone-
Yeah, you can't.
No, right. One person talking at a time. I'm going to just...
Miles, you go again.
I'm
Miles, go
gonna
again.
prove you're wrong. First of all, the thing about Michael Jackson, there was a court case while he was alive. But that's besides the point. It's a quick book. Macaulay Culkin did an interview and said it never happened. The other thing with
Because he's raping
Mr.
people as well, so I know Macaulay Culkin.
Mr. You Know Who.
Yeah.
Who?
It wasn't. That came out after he died, but it was always a known fact.
It was always.
Yeah.
Have you not watched the? Have you watched the Netflix?
Oh, yeah,
doc?
Yeah, it is.
I haven't watched it, to be
Everyone
fair.
knew, and he was a dodgy bloke even on camera, yeah, but not happened until after he died.
Yeah.
No, there's no repercussions.
Do you know?
Yeah.
I think I've said this. I think I've said this story a lot of times. But my dad worked on a building site, and literally in Leeds, 'cause he's from Leeds.
What,
and
Jimmy?
Jimmy was
Is Richard
walking
alright?
past the fucking thing, and like all the lads were like, "Oh, you're a fucking nonce." All the bricklayers, they all knew.
Yeah,
It's a
everyone knew.
public thing.
That's the weird thing about how close he was with the Royals as well, and the stuff about Epstein comes out.
I mean,
Oh,
Things are
that's
Prince
so
Andrew,
weird.
and it's
So-
Like, it's that island, innit? It's pretty
it's
mental.
all a bit weird. And
Yeah, like Tom Hanks on it and stuff.
I know loads of people are on it, but then people just go as
Do you know
well,
what I like to do
apparently.
sometimes? When
I don't know.
I don't believe it.
We'll never know,
I don't
though, it's
believe
one
it,
thing
but
I will never
sometimes
know.
it's interesting to look at, like, do you know, like, you go on those conspiracy theory websites like QAnon and stuff, and they chat rubbish, because basically their theory is that there's this ultra paedophile ring in Hollywood, and there's all these celebrities that are part of it.
I think that's 100% true.
It goes higher and higher and higher until you get to like the Rothschilds, and you get to all these rich families, and then at the pinnacle of it is the Queen.
Because they're all
And
rich.
the royal family. 'cause
Money
they're all
rules
rich
the
and they're all
world.
rich. Yeah.
He's a lizard, to be fair.
Oh, Miles came out the
They are
lizard.
pumping her with chlorophyll
To be fair, he's mad. How?
Honestly.
What was it? Jubilee of a week.
Infant's blood.
Yeah,
She
it's
looks
like a
insane for
Have
her.
you seen
They're putting something in her,
But
man.
her husband was a dead man
Like-
walking.
Queen this early on.
Yeah.
Our manager is.
No, I think she's cool.
Real content is content.
Nah, honestly,
Cool.
no,
Do you know what, I think
I like
we
the
should do-
Queen. I like the
we'll
Queen.
speak about all this, and then what Rhea thinks we should cut, we'll cut.
No, but to be fair, that conspiracy thing. You
Well,
look
no,
at it.
with the conspiracy.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Let's not talk about conspiracy.
Makes sense.
Because because it's a bit kooky, and obviously it's probably not true in the real world, but then it does kind of make sense when you look deeper into it. And then there was all this stuff
Every
like,
time I listen.
there was all this stuff with like pizza and all that.
Yeah.
So where basically there were these different signs, and they were using the sign of like a pizza to show that they were paedophiles, and it's on the bottom of a load of toys and all sorts.
Oh.
And you look at the symbol.
Pizza's well
it's
nice.
the
Why would you do that to
symbol
pizza?
Of like what the paedophiles used to say with like they preferred little boys or
Pizza.
little girls.
Was it pizza?
And it was a pizza. But then
Wait, quick,
basically-
can I
so there's this
cut you off for a
famous
second?
Pizza molesting.
On a lighter note, is pineapple belong on pizza?
No,
I can eat pineapple.
I can eat it, but it's not.
I order
It's not a
it.
first
I have to
one.
say, I'm an orderer.
That's
I order it.
That is mental.
I really like it.
That is weird. It's not weird. I can't eat it. But
Pineapple on pizza.
No one
But
cares.
talking about
No one
pedos
cares
isn't.
about stuff like that. I was
People
rolling.
only care if you like pineapple on pizza if you're big.
Do you like pineapple on
This is
pizza?
stuff that you shouldn't. You need to make
Look at
something
him.
that we've got a new.
I
I was
just-
riffing. I was riffing.
Content
And you
director.
cut it off.
Carry on.
I was
Carry
riffing.
on then. Carry on. I just thought it'd be funny.
Yeah, but it's not funny.
Well, why did everyone laugh? Like, go on, hurry up, man.
Yeah, me.
Put your dummy back in,
So
Tom.
basically, yeah, there was this. So all this stuff about Pizzagate, and basically there was this famous guy, and he came out, and all his emails had been leaked, and all his emails were like talking about pizza, but in a really like sexual context.
Well, I love the bit of pepperoni
so all
when
the
the cheese drips off the side.
All the investigative journalists that were like looking into it were silent, like silence. You can search it. You can type in Pizzagate.
It's like, have you seen that guy who made a car that ran off water and apparently he died like 2 weeks after?
Yeah. Oil companies tried to buy it from him, and he was like, no, and then he
Ran out of the cafe saying he'd been poisoned and died on the
Yeah. That's crazy, isn't it?
But there's others like, so there was like Muammar Gaddafi, who was a dictator in Africa, who did dodgy stuff, but he was trying to make a currency, like a continent-wide currency for Africa, which had basically boosted their banks and stopped them from being where Africa is now. And he was assassinated before, and I think it might have been the Americans, because basically Africa is backed by gold and diamonds, and it's the most mineral.
Not
rich place.
Bitcoin, no, is it?
Most mineral in the country, on the planet. And so they were going to make this currency that was going to be backed by actual resources, and that would have just toppled the dollar, because the dollar's it's worthless.
Yeah,
Well,
but
no one
it's
likes
not-
what are they called? The
it's not
Yanks.
anymore.
No one likes the Yanks.
Like the dollar's not backed by gold anymore like it used to be.
No, that's what I'm saying.
it's
That's my point.
just-
So if Africa had come out, if Gaddafi
Yeah.
had come out with this currency, it would have just toppled the Western world.
Fuck me.
Sad times.
Well,
No, it was
Cheers,
assassinated,
that's
so it's fine. We're fine.
well, guess what? He didn't, so we're alright. That's a joke.
I thought.
We donate to
I
charities
thought
here.
currency that was based on countries was based off the value of the country. Kind of.
What do you mean?
That's a very simple.
But not everyone has their own. Not every country has their own currency.
Like, so no, so
Yeah,
think
no,
about it.
be
So
like
there's certain countries in
share.
Africa, I think it's like the Congo.
Yeah, but I think,
its
like-
its GDP is like 20 billion. Yeah, and which is less than some people. In 2003, Afghanistan's GDP was something like 40 billion, and McDonald's in that year outsold the GDP of Afghanistan.
So it's mad.
More than a nation.
You know a lot of random stuff for a guy who applies for a job at Taco Bell and says, "Can you please employ me?"
Listen, yeah.
Yeah,
I
he's
shit
shit
job
as well.
in this climate, alright.
I don't need a
Yeah,
cover
but
letter.
why would you want to work for why would I not want to work for you?
You're Taco Bell.
No, it was alright. When I applied for Taco Bell, the line that I used was a quote from a Wes Anderson film. So basically, the Grand Budapest Hotel.
no, tell me what he
He's
said.
interviewing this kid, and he goes, "Why would you want to work for the Grand Budapest Hotel?" And he goes, "Well, who wouldn't? It's an institution." So I used that on my cover letter.
Well, let's hope the guy who reads that has seen that film.
Well, yeah, if he hasn't seen it, it doesn't mean anything. But if you've seen it, it's
You smart pants.
So how many places have you applied for, Hugh?
hundreds.
Hundreds.
Michael's applied for 5 and got 5.
Probably maybe
time.
about 100.
100 jobs.
No?
In the last,
Michael?
in how
I
long?
like it.
What time space?
I don't know. Maybe.
In the last,
Just
in the
sit
last
there.
probably like 6 months, yeah, probably.
Jeez.
And nowhere fucking. Apart from the one place where I got 5.
Why did you get fired? Drop it on the pod. Come on.
Yeah,
Why'd you
drop
get
it,
fired?
drop it.
Supposedly,
Supposedly.
I was accused of flirting with a cola,
Shut the window.
which wasn't
You've got
true
to pick the
because
cars up
basically they'd written this review that he said it was raving about this guy, said it was really good, and at the bottom it just said downstairs staff were chatting each other up. It didn't reference anybody or anyone's names. I went to work thinking nothing of it, and then the manager was like, "You need to come into my office. Apparently you've been doing this is like
That's
flirting with this girl." So I was
pretty
like,
mad subject.
Well, no, I haven't. And then she was like, "No, he hasn't. Like, if you're gonna fire him, you have to fire me as well." But then
Oh, she backed it.
she backed it, and then I don't think she.
Was
got
she
fired.
pretty though?
But he's ended up being fired. He's ended up being fired since.
Did she fancy you? Oh,
Was
so
she
he,
pretty though? With like pretty.
She was good looking, but I wasn't flirting with her. I was just having a friendly conversation.
so that guy might have fancied
You're a
her.
flirty guy, that's
What's the shop called?
It's not my fault.
What's the shop called?
I can't name drop the shop.
I'll say it.
This is why the podcast started, because we need to get Quincy out of debt.
We need his voice out there. If anyone's got any jobs going, quincy.evans@gmail.com.
That's not even my email, but I'll take it. I'll make it.
Fishing
Alright.
trigger hiring.
Go. Why you go Bingley Mega Chippy? Bingley Mega Chippy.
Oh, yeah.
Chippy.
It's only in Coventry.
Right. Has
Yeah.
anyone been up to date with like, any
True.
boxing? YouTube boxing?
No.
Not really. No.
I saw that KSI's fighting.
Yeah, I just saw that case. I was
Is
like,
it?
That's it. Yeah,
Is it
yeah.
fighting?
like wasabi or some shit.
Wasabi. That's saucy. Wasabi.
Yeah, his name's Alex Wasabi though, isn't it?
I don't know.
Is it? I thought he turned it down because he said it'd be unfair because he's had 5 odd fights and he's had 1.
Game's game though.
Game's game.
I
Yeah,
Game's
they
game.
don't really get in there to win often. It's just for money, isn't it? It's a good payday. It's a good payday. I'd get it. I'd get in if someone were fucking sick and
Rocky
get
had
battered.
never had some heavyweight champion of the world fights when he fought what's his face?
Yes, he had. He was an amateur
Apollo
boxer.
Creed. No, Apollo Creed. No, he was.
Yeah, he did.
He
You know, he was just shit. He
No,
was
he
really
hadn't had any like heavyweight champion title fights.
Oh yeah,
Rocky
he was
Balboa.
He'd only been he'd only been like.
You do realise,
Underdog,
because you do realise that
Came
was fake.
one title shot. Yeah, mate.
You do know that
Ask Sylvester Stallone, it was all real.
You know it's not real, you know.
It's all real, mate. It's all real.
You think Creed's real as well?
Yeah.
Think Michael B. Jordan was sat there smacking up a
abs are real.
Russian guy who probably weighs double him.
Yeah, I'm not gay, but Michael B. Jordan's a good looking guy.
He is, isn't it? It's mad.
It's fine.
Have you seen when Margot Robbie talks about him, I think, or something like that? Oh.
Do we even get onto World Cup predictions or anything?
No, that's shit.
No, it's been and gone, Michael.
Yeah.
We need more controversial, but something you can discuss. You have to be careful what you say.
You need to pick someone and go with it, and some of them not.
Why does everyone stop changing the subject then? Stop changing the subject, guys. Yeah, why not?
Is it a simulation? That again,
Oh.
everyone's done
It's
that.
pineapple.
It's like in Rick and Morty, you know, when he's running. On a simulation.
Of a
Simulation.
Of a simulation, of a simulation. What's that she sent me the other day, that Rick and Morty game?
Oh yeah, so there's a new game coming out, a new video game made by that. So it's been developed by the people who make Rick and Morty, and it's got all the same voice actors like Justin Roiland's in it, and it's this basic.
Don't they all get high before they do it or get pissed?
Oh yeah, no. So basically they take shots
Oh.
Before they record.
Do the lines.
No, I
That's
think not
mad.
for one episode he got really drunk because
No, he does it for a few, but he does it for basically does it for the
because it's
interdimensional
method
cable.
acting, isn't it? Method acting.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's because he got drunk because the
That's not
character's
method
role was drunk.
Method acting is where you play the person's role for a number of months.
Yeah.
So
I'm
like,
sure you could do it like
so
a
when
week.
like
He's submerged.
Jim
I don't think you could do it in a week. It's like Heath Ledger when he went to Joker.
yeah, or like
I locked himself in a
Jim
room.
Carrey played Andy Burnham. Was it Andy Burnham? He played somebody, and he became him. Like there's another documentary on Netflix about it where Jim Carrey was playing this guy, and he just became him for like months. And even after the film was finished, he still felt like he was this guy.
Oh, is it?
That's kind of scary, bro, don't you think?
What?
It's like what Leonardo DiCaprio for Wolf of Wall Street. He just mirrored him and learned his mannerisms.
He followed him around for months,
Yeah,
didn't he? And, like,
That's
just,
not method
That's
acting.
not method acting.
well, it kind of is.
It's
No,
not.
if
Method acting
you
is
wanted
very
to go on
specific.
method acting, you go to the generic Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah,
Who's that?
Like
he's a big actor.
Jared Leto, he
Can't be that
shit
big.
at it.
Don't
He
know
thinks
who he
method
is.
acting is like sending rats to your co-stars because he's Joker. Like,
What?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that
Jared
one
Leto
is
is a method
strange,
actor, and he just embodies.
like if he plays a cripple, he will be a cripple for a year. He
A
will
year?
Go in
Yeah,
a
no, yeah,
wheelchair,
fully, yeah,
so he
well,
knows
that's
how to
insane.
feel and stuff like that. That's
You
method
become
acting.
that person.
Not like
I think you gotta be a bit
screaming
psycho to do something like that. to be
someone. Oh
fair.
yeah.
You like fucking
you convince yourself. No, yeah.
Collusion.
So that was like the whole Heath Ledger stuff. It wasn't because of it, but I think it was a factor in the fact that he played Joker for so long. And he really.
What's that?
He had stuff going on.
Is it Christian Bale?
Yeah, other stuff going on, but that was a factor.
What's the film called? Christian Bale is in, where he like kills people.
Batman.
American Psycho. Have you ever heard Huey Lewis news?
You're with fucking accents.
Yeah, good to know.
I just like the memes so much.
I went to a costume party in April, and the amount of couples that were dressed both as, I think there were like 2 separate couples that both dressed up as Patrick Bateman, who's Christine Bale's character. And so there was like 4 people there in
What, a trench coat?
Black suits, red tie, see-through trench coat.
Yeah.
All walking about.
What the fuck? I'd leave. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's like a Spider-Man meme. They're just fighting at each other.
But also a different weapon.
Da-na-na-na-na.
It's a good film, apart from when he starts trying to feed the cat in the vent in there.
I don't think I've seen it.
You've not seen
You've not seen
I've not seen it. I've not seen
It's
it.
really good. It's really good.
It's good.
You watch a lot of films though.
Yeah, I'm a film student. That's what I do.
That's
You're
what
a
I do.
film student.
Yes,
Did you not know
I'm a
that?
student.
How did I not know that you're a film
I thought you were
student?
still doing like economics or politics or whatever.
No, so I did politics,
That
philosophy and
in
law with my
college.
A-levels.
Yeah, you know.
And then I had a bit of an epiphany over lockdown, and I was like, what do I really want to do in my life? And I was like, well, film's what I love, and it's what I'm working. So
what do you want to do?
He wants to watch films all day.
If the dream was like true, I want to be like a director. So it's quite unrealistic, but I just want to.
Why is it unrealistic?
Nah, just say it with chest.
Why is it unrealistic?
Actually,
Why are you not directing?
I made a short film for one of my uni projects, and
Yeah, but you couldn't put a mic together. You know what I mean?
Literally stacking a phone on
not a
the
sound
three
technician,
boxes on
right?
a war source and Mr. Director Cinematographer over sat here going, what a dickhead, putting phone on a box.
Did it work?
It worked.
Yes.
It worked. Fair.
Cinematography and directing to different. I know.
What's the definition, Michael? Michael?
Michael.
Michael.
He is Michael.
Michael, what's the
not
definition?
Michael.
Hello, cool
Michael.
cinematographer.
I did an essay recently on. I did a well. It was supposed to be a 3,500 word essay on. Well, it was on Grand Street Best Hotel in West Anderson, so I did a lot about cinematography and stuff like that.
Oh, so did you get into that method acting?
But
And that's why you messaged Taco Bell saying...
I did like 1,800 words in silver.
That's quite a bit, isn't it?
On what?
No,
1,800?
It had to be 3,500.
So half the words.
I did like half the word count.
For
Did
what?
you not watch the film well enough or something?
No, I've watched the film countless times. It was just I started it really late and I just.
What, too much party?
No, not all. It was just a bit of a peak time. So I started it quite late, and by the time we got around to it, I was pooped. I ran out of steam.
Is this for your
Like a
final
shit.
assignment or?
No, that was a different assignment. So the other assignment was I had to create a creative piece. So I chose to do a short film. Original score as well. Just throwing that one in there.
Is it on YouTube?
It's on YouTube.
What's it called? Plug
It's
it.
called Graffiti.
Are you in it?
I'm not in
Graffiti.
it. It's no one's in it. It's basically I went around Nottingham searching for this one graffiti artist artwork, and then I was like filming that, and it was sort of like a trail to find this guy.
That's
But it wasn't what I
it.
wanted in the end, because I wanted it to be really pretentious.
Did you not end up finding it?
Dora the Explorer without a map.
Yeah, literally.
No, so I put because to be fair, I could only find a few pieces, so I did
Should have done it in Bradford.
mix it with other things that I found.
Every other building's got some graffiti on it.
Well, yeah, but I was in Nottingham at the time, so. And then, it was supposed to be really like. I had this idea for it, which I just didn't get to do in the end. So I had to rely on other people, which just
Never worked.
Never worked.
What's someone doing? Like the old saying there, Josh.
Do it yourself.
There you go.
Want something doing, do it
Yeah,
yourself.
I can't
sorry.
speak French, mate, so.
Oh, comme ci, comme ça.
Sacre bleu.
Sacre bleu. Fox eggs, crispy, crispy.
Je m'appelle Quincy.
Poor Pogba. What's that song they sing in France? About old football player.
No.
Keep him big. Keep him big. Kante. Ingolo wiggle. Kante.
We can't sing it. Harry Maguire.
He doesn't hit the same, does it?
No,
it
fucking
It don't.
10 fucking in the air.
Oh, fuck off.
Ten
That song's
German
so-
boys.
We'll get cancelled for
Yeah.
that. We'll get cancelled for that.
Yeah, well, I We're saying it's a stupid fucking song. It's so annoying.
Yeah.
Why do we start at 10?
Song. It's a brilliant song, mate.
But we do
That's what it is.
because you start from there was 100 German.
Yeah.
And
It
it's a good match
starts
start.
at the start of the game and full time whistle goes by the time you fucking finished it.
Especially with England playing, it was boring.
Ooh.
It is because Southgate's in. Should we actually?
No.
Gareth Bale, he's second in. Gareth Bale balls though, he scores all the time, man.
Yeah, he does. But he's not scored in the World Cup yet.
Well, he scored like the other day.
Have Wales been to?
That's nation.
Yeah.
Obviously
he's not scored in the World Cup.
It's like saying Harry Kane's never scored in League 2.
Can we get a fact check on that?
Yeah, come. Should we have a look?
Who has scored in League 2? Jamie Vardy.
Has he though?
Yeah, he's the only player to
score
score
in
in
all
the league,
leagues.
every professional league.
Fuck me. What a player.
And it fueled on Red Bull and nicotine.
Innit, how the fuck are you
Snubs.
playing at that high level on that fucking diet?
He downs like 4 Red Bulls before
Yeah.
the game and shit, doesn't he?
That's mental. That.
Red Bull before game, runs
Such a
around
shout.
the pitch, and then Red Bull when he comes off.
Do you know what's mad?
He must have the sloppiest shits.
Oh, Miles!
Has he scored in
Premier League 2.
That's Premier League 2.
Premier
not
League 2.
I just saw League and 2.
Oh.
League
You
1.
just can't find
He scored
the
5 in League 1.
That's why I said League 2.
Miles might have done us in here. Yeah, there's no League 2. It's just League 1.
You can't tell.
Dear me.
Thought we were on to a winner then.
Barbecue to one of them boys, yeah?
Whoa. I'm cooking now.
Y'all cooking?
I'm not letting you look cookie, man.
This isn't really podcast material, boys. What we're having for
It's only episode 2. It's only episode 2.
Nah, I think it's mad.
My penis.
No.
Averdale.
Why?
The structure.
Why?
Michael's
No.
It's a big day.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
Well, go on, what do you want to talk about?
Prince Andrew.
He's definitely.
Why did the Queen pay 12 million?
12 million?
Yeah, 12
million.
million.
I don't know this, so what
Cash.
she paid 12 million on?
She didn't pay 12 million. You did. You did.
Yeah.
I did.
Well, what did we pay 12 million on?
fuck pay taxes?
Shoot about, do I pay tax?
I pay
Yeah.
tax.
Zero
HMRC.
What?
I said I pay tax HMRC.
Yeah.
So,
I've been emergency
You don't even
tax.
pay Paul.
Been emergency tax.
He pays you.
I pay my taxes and I'm paying for paedophiles to be paid off. Grr.
Well, that sounds
I wish I didn't have to pay taxes though. So, Queen,
I
if
think
you,
everyone
are,
wishes that.
if you are listening to this,
Shout out Queen Liz.
yeah, listen.
Bojo.
I don't think she
I
has
want
the
a tax
decision.
rebate.
I bet she does. If she said no more taxes, there'd be no more.
No, I don't think she has that control anymore.
I don't think she does.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna get a tax
No,
rebate.
that
I don't
I
want
actually
that.
should. I think she signs off on laws. That's it.
Does she?
She
At
does
her big
fuck
age.
all.
Mate, I told you
Yeah,
what
exactly.
she does.
Yeah,
She gives
exactly.
she gives
That's what I'm not even saying it in a literal
Just
sense.
that.
I just think that's
She gives
what
an
it
address at the
says.
start of the year, she opens Parliament, and she signs off laws. Basically, the legal process is this whole thing. of
She looks
getting
good
law.
doing it though.
She
All
does
she
do
has
that.
to do at the end is basically sign it into law. But if she says so, that there was a hunting law that came in, and basically the Queen likes to hunt. She's rich and a billionaire, so of course she likes so she likes to hunt.
Tonight,
They
we
try
will
to bring
hunt.
in law that banned hunting, banned fox hunting, and the Queen, I think she didn't like it, and I
Is
don't know
it?
if they did it on that law, but they should
thought
so they can
animals-
go over it. They can, the Prime Minister and the Parliament can just overrule it.
Really?
Yeah,
So what's the point in it?
because she's a
Nah,
figure.
she brings in so much money in
It's-
tourism.
yeah, it's because of presenting
State-owned land brings in more money than she takes out in taxpayers' money.
Really?
So to be fair, it's profitable to have the Queen.
Fair play.
Go on, Queen.
Well, did you not see
Like-
Jubilee?
Well, I think it's a
How
royal
many fucking
family,
Yanks and shit.
Yeah, the Yanks
Yeah.
and the Chinese love.
I reckon
they
it-
come by the
I'm
coach.
sorry.
Just the Canadian
How much-
Queen.
Yeah.
Is it weird that I just
New
don't
Zealand,
give
yeah.
two mothers
Commonwealth,
fucks
oh,
what they're
Commonwealth,
up to?
Yeah, the
So there's all them.
I don't care, but I don't mind them there. I don't.
Yo, no, I'm not saying I don't like. I'm just saying I don't care about anything that goes on with my family.
No,
I've
but
never
what I
taken
reckon
like
will
that,
happen
I just
though,
don't care.
after the
slowly
Queen
die
passes,
out.
I think people would lose time for the royal family.
Yeah,
No
'cause
one
she's
wants Charles to be
elite,
king.
man. She's
No one
elite.
wants Charles to be king. And
No, there will be
Has
some
it been
people.
cheap?
No,
Who
might
am
be?
Yeah,
Has it?
it's going to be
William.
William.
To William.
Yeah.
Oh, people will be on board, mate. Kate and Will.
Yeah.
It's Kate and William,
He'll
innit?
be king for 2 years.
Yeah.
People love them.
Yeah.
No, that's not true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
he's already said
straight
that
to
he's
William.
going to pass it
I've got to do a
straight
fact
on.
check.
And William and Kate,
George.
king and queen, if they do that. That'll bang. People love that.
Yeah.
That'd be weird.
Well,
Why is that weird? I think that's pretty cool.
no, I'm not saying. I was just. It'll be weird to have like a young.
it's just good marketability of them two, aren't
Yeah,
they?
exactly.
I know.
They've got
Just
like,
a young couple with thriving children.
Well, it says here that he
He
will
was
be king.
telling her to shut
Yeah,
up
shut
with
up,
the
yeah.
Jubilee. Shut up, fam. Shut up, fam.
I have to say, I like Harry the
It
best.
says here. when
Yeah, but he's
Charles-
cut himself
Charles
out,
will be
hasn't
king.
Yeah, he's
No, the Queen does.
that's I have to know. Actually.
No. Why would you fall? That's
Nah,
all he wants.
because you can't forfeit. Yeah, he's got to forfeit when she chokes
Yeah,
it.
that's what I mean.
Yeah, he's already. He's
not
said
been-
I think he'll go before her. She smashes it there.
Queen's death.
Nah,
Do you know what happens though? You get
Good.
12 days in the morning.
Long live the Queen.
That's a lie.
Long live our noble queen. God save the queen. I don't know.
Send a victory.
Did they used to make you sing it in assembly?
Great anthems, 2000.
Did they make you sing it in assembly at primary school?
No.
We had to sing it like once a year.
Whoa. Easy tiger.
Cancelled.
What, have you chopped us off, Michael? We talked
No,
too
what's up
much.
an hour?
Is it game over?
Oh, what are we at?
52.
Jesus, I've only got to go through 8 more minutes of this
Well, why don't
shit.
we just stop now before we start waffling on about something else that goes on for hours?
Alright.
No. You know what?
We
I'm
finished the
throwing
Queen.
some topics in here.
Alright, go on.
Alright,
We've got 8 minutes. Quick topic.
We'll decide if we want to stop on
Quick questions,
Start.
go.
Sexy
Right.
topic.
Question.
No.
Oh, God.
Access denied.
Alright, listen, you're wasting
No,
valuable
no,
time.
say it.
You, come on.
Quincy,
Come on.
say it on. It's
Come
on company
guys,
time,
let
mate.
it out.
Right. What do you think will happen? Yeah. If
Spit it out, man.
I don't know. I was making it up. I actually don't.
Oh
Ah.
my God.
Alright, should we just wrap it up then?
Yeah, right.
Wrap
oh,
up. Alright,
Why
cool.
do you say bye?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
clap. No, you can't say bye. Alright.
Thank you for listening to the
Thank you for listening.
podcast.
As Quincy
It's
said.
really nice.
Let us know if you want all the boys back on. If not, that's not a problem. They don't have to be here.
I tried my hardest.
But you know,
It's okay.
enjoy it.
Catch you later.
Peace.